What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, the Civic fam. We got a different type of video coming to you guys today. We got my brother Jarrett here, and we got his clean ass 8th gen Civic Si. For those of you that follow the channel, you might have caught in this thing a few times, and this thing's gonna be getting to work soon. We're gonna be getting into it, so let's get this shit. Guys, like we said, this is an 8th gen Civic Si. It is a coupe, by the way. FG2. He's got some Avids on it. Super freaking clean. What's the dimensions on that, Jarrett?
I believe they're 18 by 8.5 or 9.5.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Clean it. It's not. It is. It's nice fitment. Like if he were to drop this thing.
Oh yeah, it would tuck perfect.
It would tuck perfect. It really would. All right, Jarrett. So tell me what you got. What you got going on over here?
So it's basically just your regular full bolt-on. It's got the NVIDIA Q300 catback with the alpha headers.
Clean.
We also have the AEM short ram. It actually does a pretty good job with the noise. And
clean AEM short ram. So this thing's about full bolt-on, right? You'd say it's pretty much full bolt-on.
I bought it with a regular reflash Honda tune. I'm assuming it probably makes around like 215 wheel horsepower.
Oh, wow, that's not bad. Yeah, that's
not that bad.
No, that's great for freaking full bolt-on.
I mean, as you guys can see, this engine bay it's pretty filthy. I'm not gonna lie.
It's honestly not even that bad, man. People would die for this, brother. This thing's, I mean, it's pretty clean. It is. It's super clean looking. So we'll get some rippers of this thing. Like you said, what kind of exhaust you got on this thing? Do you know?
Yeah, I said it's a Q300.
Oh, the Q. That's right, Q300 NVIDIA. So let's get a startup of this baby. Let's get some sound clips, some drive-bys. Hell yeah! All right, guys. So we're gonna get a little bit of interior. Wheels in mint condition. Obviously, you got the red Honda logos, looking clean. He did an aftermarket radio.
Yes, sir.
And of course,
I also have a 12-inch sub in the back, which does a little bit of a kick for
clean. And of course, you got those classic SI seats with the stitching, the SI stitching. Super clean.
Also, the classic Honda broken key. If you don't have one, you don't have a Honda.
That's it, baby. You get the double dash. Oh, yeah.
From what I've experienced, I feel like, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I feel like this exhaust setup is probably one of the best sounding ones. You know, when you're in the low revs, it doesn't really get too loud.
I agree, and it doesn't have that raspy like Honda, crazy Honda sound. I know exactly what you're saying.
It does get a little raspy. Every Honda does.
I mean, when you're getting
RPM,
right, when you're getting up there, but it does. It sounds pretty freaking solid. Like you said, it's the NVIDIA Q300.
Gotta wash her up for sure.
Sounds nice.
I mean, a little bit of a backstory for this thing. I had bought it from a guy out in Massachusetts who had just recently bought it that same year, and the whole entire time for this car's whole life it was in the South, so there's not much rust.
Wow.
It's actually only seen the New England.
So you guys freaking heard that first. That's insane.
This next winter is going to be the second year that it's in.
This is a freaking South car, like you just said. This car has never seen winter. This is gonna be the second winter because he did own the car, last winter. So that was the first winter the car's ever been through. So, the car doesn't even have rust. It's super freaking clean. I mean, you guys are gonna see, once we do get under this car eventually, it's spotless. It is. It's a nice car for an 8th gen SI. It's an older car. It's in great freaking condition. All right, guys. I mean, obviously we're gonna jack this thing up, but like we said, man, this was a South car. It was, he bought it down south, and man, you can just tell, just looking under this car, no rust at all. Incredible. Definitely not a New England car. For those of you, who know what goes on over here down New England, cars kind of just freaking go to shit.
Crap that they put on the road during the winter.
Literally.
I have a strange feeling and a reason to believe that this car was possibly garage kept. I'm not sure. I know that these cars had a really bad paint fade with the clear coat. And
yes,
as you guys can see,
the paint
doesn't really have much.
The paint is
there's little chips here and there, but like as far as the clear coat goes,
I mean, we're in the shade right now, guys. We're gonna get some obviously, some nice clips of this thing, but I mean, the paint's in good shape. It is. It's a classic. It's a JDM classic. He's got some big plans for this thing. We're gonna get into that a little bit later. So, but yeah, man, the paint, it really is. It's just in great shape. All right, guys. So we got my cousin Ty here. We're with Jarrett. We're in the back of the SI, the full bolt-on 8th gen Civic SI. So, Jarrett, tell me about your future plans with this thing, buddy. What do you got going on?
It's quite the laundry list, if I do say so myself. I've also been through a fuck ton trying to get shit sorted and situated. So the plans right now is to go with a fully built transmission, a fully built head, pistons. I'm going with the Y-scope pistons, the 11:1 compression. They're 86.5 millimeter. That's what my tuner had suggested, considering the stock millimeter is 86, so you always go up. And I'm doing rod bearings, and this thing's getting a full turbo kit. And
Full
it's gonna be
turbo
going
kit.
on E85 as well.
Full turbo kit on E85. You guys heard that? Built tranny, built motor on a full turbo kit on E85.
Yes, sir. So, I mean, my only concerns really with the car right now is just my second gear. It's kind of chalked, I'm not gonna lie.
Second gear's kind of
I
gone.
can get it to go in every once in a while, but most of the time, dude, that thing just, it fucking locks out. Obviously, that's why I'm building this trans. Everyone knows they're infamous for having a weaker transmission, you know?
Right.
It's a pretty cheap solution though. I mean, you could even run just regular carbon synchros. I'm going all the way and getting Hem factory gear set and the carbon synchros. I know people usually get away with just the synchros pretty well with like 400 horsepower, is what I'm shooting for.
400. Woo.
Yeah.
400 horsepower in a Civic SI, guys. Boosted Civic SI he's shooting for. That's gonna feel nuts.
So for the kit, we have my K-tuned fuel rail. It's all just really sitting at my house at the moment. I have the AEM pod gauges for up here. It just kind of replaces this little spot right there on the dash. It comes with 1300cc alpha injection injectors. It came with a Dashworks, I think, fuel pump. I'm gonna run the dash 8 lines underneath the car for the E85 because I know how
Sick.
deadly the E85 can be for the stock lines from what I hear. You get a Type S oil pump as well.
Type S oil pump.
I can rev higher. The turbo is a Borg Warner. I'm not really sure on the size. I have looked it up before in the past, but I can't really remember it off the top of my head. It has the PLM RAM manifold, which I get a lot of comments on because people see a K-Series and they think Sidewinder, you know? Everyone goes with the Sidewinder manifold when they go turbo, but mine's a RAM. It's pretty unconventional. You don't actually see them as much anymore because they're discontinued, I'm pretty sure. But I was lucky enough to snag one. It's like you're getting Sunday drivers on a Saturday.
She definitely freaking picks up.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about the car is probably the AEM intake. You can really hear the VTEC and, you know,
Facts.
the sucking noise because it's a short RAM.
You can. As soon as you honestly just hit VTEC, you can.
It's pretty much right under the dash.
Right.
It's like right there, so it gives off a pretty good noise. It doesn't make the most power for like an NA setup, but it definitely does a good job of letting you hear the VTEC and letting you hear what the thing can do. So yeah, the built head that I bought, oh, what a wonderful story that is. I bought it for, I'm gonna make myself sound like almost kind of an idiot, but I don't really give a shit. Bought the built head for $1,200. I was told it had like springs, retainers, valves, you know, cams, upgraded cams, everything. And is it a right here? It turned out that, is it a right over here?
Yeah.
It turned find out that a couple of the valves were actually bent when I went to go do a compression test at my tuner's shop. So I had to send that and put in new valves. I went with the Ferrera
And then right up here.
5000. I can try and do a 1 to 2 real quick.
Oh yeah, nice, dude. Fuck yeah, nice.
This thing's getting parked with this.
That definitely freaking picked up. That felt nice. By the way, he does have a Scion TC that he dailies because he is going to be obviously, you know, boosting this thing, making some good numbers. Wow.
I want to say a year ago.
Wow, $5 grand a year ago. That's a great deal for this thing.
I mean, shit, I could have turned around and resold it and just parked it. I probably would have made like $3 grand.
For sure,
at the time,
easy.
it only had 106K on it. And right now, these things are going for like almost $9 grand, really clean. With like a 100K on them.
Alright guys, so if you're liking all the content, remember, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to catch more on Jarrett's 8th gen Civic Si, getting boosted, making more power, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, do it all up. Subi fam out, baby.